I was going to give you guys the choice, but I think I'm going to choose the story.
Okay.
I'm not going to let you choose. A federal judge says Hillary Clinton did not follow government email policy in using her personal server for State Department business. At a hearing over a Freedom of Information lawsuit, the judge said, quote, "We wouldn't be here today if the employee had followed government policy." The judge even opened the possibility the FBI could expand its search to include emails Clinton may have deleted. He also called on the FBI to hand over to state any emails it recovers from the server not yet in the State Department's possession. The hearing was spurred over questions of Huma Abedin's work at the same time for both the State Department and in the private sector. Clinton has long said she turned over all relevant documents. Her campaign staff have said that her use of a personal email account was consistent with her predecessors and permissible under department policy at the time.
Wow.
So that,
yeah, Donnie.
Is it or isn't it? Because they say it is. Hillary Clinton's staff says it was permissible under department policy. Is that true? Why do they keep saying that?
No, that is not true.
Okay, why do they keep saying something that is not true?
Regulation that required that you had to keep your emails contained and preserved, especially for the FOIA. Purposes of FOIA, at the agency.
Okay,
right. I believe she says that it was permissible essentially at the moment she'd set up the server. However, those 2009 regulations did come out. Right. It's clearly what the
What do you mean by that? I have no idea what you mean.
Well, the 2009 regulations came out after she
set up the server.
But then you don't use the server because the regulation doesn't allow it, Gene.
Well, no, exactly. I'm not arguing.
Gene's agreeing with you.
I'm agreeing with you.
You're saying Hillary Clinton's staff is not telling the truth, and Hillary Clinton is not telling the truth.
Staff is arguing that at the time she made the decision to use the private email server, it was not prohibited. That's what they're saying.
Right. So are you saying?
However, the rules did come out shortly thereafter that said you can't do that.
I think permissible is one thing, proper and in good judgment is another, and that's what we're talking about.
Guys, permissible or proper?
Hold on, I gotta stop there. This is beyond proper.
Okay, guys,
this isn't just this is proper or this is not political. The Obama administration will tell you this was improper. It was wrong. And you have a federal judge who's continuing this and saying the FBI needs to dig deeper. And there are people starting to look at the U.S. code for the first time and realize a few things. And that is that Hillary Clinton may be in some legal jeopardy personally.
Here's what I believe, and I'm curious what the smart guys at the table think. And I equate this to Donald Trump saying things about John McCain. I think if you like Hillary Clinton, you turn away. And if you don't like Hillary Clinton, you go with this. And I don't think it has a profound effect on candidacy.
Donnie, where have you been?
I just think at the end of the day,
her poll numbers are collapsing.
I think at the end of the day, if you're a Hillary person, you're a Hillary person. And if you're a Trump person, you're a Trump person. And I find more than ever, people are staying in their lanes. And she's taken a hit. But I think as time goes on, people will just kind of
I'm just trying to find if members of the media are, in some ways, Hillary people.
Members of the media,
I don't think she would say that.
She would not say that.
So let me just ask
but I'm curious what you guys think about what I just said.
I think there's a lot of truth in that because I talk to a lot of people who are Hillary people who are like, this is nothing. This is all typically trumped up against the Clintons. This is nobody's talking about it. I'm out among the people. I'm not hearing about it. And here's the thing, though. The FBI and the federal courts are not like academic institutions who are just doing this, to expand the store of human knowledge. I mean, they investigate and they find stuff out, and then they go to the next step. And so, I think once this process has started, it doesn't. When does it end? It doesn't just go away, and it does erode. I do not think her numbers are collapsing. I don't think you can say collapsing at all, but I think it has weakened her numbers, especially her trustworthy numbers, especially with independents.
It also has, according to PIAC poll yesterday, for the first time, Joe Biden actually matched up better against Republicans in general election contests than Hillary Clinton in Pennsylvania, in Florida, I believe in Ohio as well.
But I think that's more of a function that Biden has finally raised his head a little bit, that it's a real option. That's my take. The CNN poll, she wasn't having any erosion, the one a few days ago.
I'll tell you, John Heilman, Mark Halperin.
They're punks. They're punks, those guys. You can't really reference those guys.
Casey Hunt.
Well, Casey Hunt's
go down the list. You can go down the list. People at the Iowa State Fair, Democrats at the Iowa State Fair, people that supported Hillary Clinton were all asking about this. What happened? I want to support her, but I don't get this. Why didn't she?
I'm that way, but just a lot of what the texture that I get feels.
I think.
Okay, so wait. We have here 2 lines, the beginning and the end of the story, and you guys tell me what's wrong with this picture. A federal judge says she did not follow government email policy in using her personal server for State Department business. And at this hearing for the FOI suit, the judge said we wouldn't even be here if the employee had followed government policy. Then we have her campaign staff saying that her use of a personal email account was consistent with her predecessors and permissible under department policy. Right. Is it or is it not permissible? I just want the answer.
Okay, so
I don't want lots of sentences
So the question is, Mika, do you?
I just want the answer.
The question is, do you follow a federal judge's opinion on the surface, or do you follow a political spinmeister's
So what's the answer?
I think it's helpful to think about this. I don't have an answer for you, but it's helpful.
The answer, Mika, is that she says it was permissible when she did it, when she started it, but the rule came out later, and
she broke it.
Most of us would say it was not permissible.
So she broke it. The federal judge, hold on a second. The federal judge said that she did not do it properly. There was an impermissible use.
Right, and there were questions from the very beginning about whether or not this was.
I'm just asking you. The federal judge, you see, he says it's impermissible.
Impermissible, but okay, fine. He says that, sure. I'm not arguing whether or not it was permissible or impermissible. All I'm trying to figure out is what Donnie was saying, which is, okay, how does this affect her
it seems like it would hurt you to say that, yes, the federal judge who works day in and day out, who follows the law and reads the law, and it's his job to interpret the law, says that she impermissibly used email. And I'm just trying to figure out,
which is
this like Fonzie saying that he's wrong? Can you not just say? He's not wrong. Because you're saying, well, I don't know.
It's a question of how it affects the populace. I mean, it's just...
No.
And it's a question of how...
a reporter for the New York Times,
Don't challenge the New York Times. Don't challenge the Washington Post.
You want me to indict and damn Hillary Clinton?
No, we don't.
I'm not going to do that.
No, I don't want you to sit here and play Pontius Pilate. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to wash my hands. We have people on here who you try to get very specific with these lies that Clinton's people keep spinning every single day. Like, I did this voluntarily, and this is the reason.
The point is, there have been Clinton lies for 20 years, and it doesn't affect them.
But I just want, though, reporter by reporter, reporters to come on. And you've got a federal judge saying that she did not follow email policy.
Yeah.
True or false, Jeremy Peters, reporters for the New York Times?
Look, but that was the story from the beginning, wasn't it? That she
I'm asking you.
Follow the protocol.
So isn't the story now that they continue to lie to you?
I think the story now is what Donnie was talking about, which is how, if you look at it, I think it's helpful to look at this from the perspective of an ad maker, right?
Yeah.
If you're a Republican ad maker, how do you turn this into
because let me tell you right now, the investigators for the FBI that are circling around and seeing whether she did what David Petraeus did, which, by the way, he got busted for having classified material in his possession wrongfully, or sending it wrongfully that was not marked.
That was to his girlfriend. So
but that is what the FBI is saying. They're saying right now, what would Donnie Deutsch think? Oh wait, no, they're not. No, they're not. But I'll let you.
Don't know. Trust me.
No, but look,
I think
Jeremy reports. We decide, right? I mean, this is an objective reporter.
Trying to make me squirm in front of everybody.
No, I'm not trying to make you squirm.
Jeremy, don't bite. Don't bite.
I'm not.
Don't bite.
I'm not letting anybody. It's not. I'm not trying to make you squirm. It's just like when Bob Woodward comes on here and says something clearly that is not straight, or whether it's Jeremy Peters.
Bob Woodward has a lot more credibility than I do.
I know, that's why it's a lot funner doing it than Bob Woodward.
All right, I am going to move on to Donald Trump.